Every single day, millions of plastic bottles are thrown away, ending up in landfills, rivers, and oceans. But what if every bottle we throw away could actually earn you something valuable? Introducing Olahplastik.com, a digital startup that turns your plastic waste into real rewards. Simply deposit your bottles into our smart machine and instantly you get digital points so you can convert it to e-wallet balance, phone credit, or other rewards. They connect technology, sustainability, community, building a smarter recycling ecosystem in Indonesia. Together, we're not just cleaning the environment, we're defining the value of waste. Before you get into the main material, let me introduce our team. So, I'm Mudzaki Fatan, or you can call me Mudzaki. I'm the CEO of Olahplastik.com, and there's Fauzan Azim as our programmer. There is Roshad Muhammad Hiwari as our designer, and there are also Hamza Abdul Aziz and Daniel Alorius as our operational manager. So as you can see, this is our promotional flyer, or you can just show it in the background here. So basically, it consists of this logo required for the competition. There's also our logo, so it's basically the first thing that the customer saw, and there's a plastic bottles, so it represents on what our main objective is. There's also a little introduction about what our startup is all about. So basically, a brief description about this startup. There's also a bit of contact address. So basically, there's our email, there's our Instagram page, and there's also our WhatsApp page if you want to get to know further information about our startup. There's also our team member's name in the bottom, on the bottom, so you can see it. We'll show it in the background here. So we've gone for a simple and clean team here, so it's more versatile, so we can put it anywhere and not looks weird. So yeah, we've gone for a simple team here. Did you know? According to the newest research from University of Leeds, Indonesia has contributed 3.35 million tons of plastic waste per year. More than 60% of the total plastic waste in Indonesia came from single-use plastics such as water bottles and food packaging. So, to give you a brief comparison about how many 2.35 million tons is, it's about 3.35 billion kilograms. And so it's about 2.2 billion cars, 558,000 large elephants, and 460 Eiffel Towers. And keep in mind that it's only in Indonesia. We're not counting another country like China or India or Nigeria. We're only counting Indonesia here. So that's Indonesia already contributed 3.35 million tons of plastic waste. So what is the problem? What is the problems caused by the plastic waste? So the main problem, plastic waste will keep increasing by years in time. So basically, not everyone, most people still use plastics as their main components for packaging for beverage or food. So it will keep increasing even though there is some replacement like paper or bamboo or woods, but they still use plastic because it's pretty accessible and it's more widely known for better packaging. So they will still use plastic by years in time, so it will keep increasing and increasing and increasing in years. So the second problem is the low anticipation from the community. So basically, here in Indonesia, at least, people still just thrown away any plastic packaging that they've already done using. So basically, if they done with their drinks or with their food, they basically just thrown away the plastic without thinking of recycling. And the third problem is the lack of recycling facilities. Even if people in Indonesia is already aware about recycling stuff, people here basically still lacks the access to get the proper recycling facilities, so they can just like recycling here and there in their place. They need a proper facility for it. And the final problem is plastic waste is an economic opportunity that hasn't been utilized yet. So basically, any plastic waste still counts as a waste, even though it can be turned into something valuable. So there are the problems. So what can we do to solve those problems? So our solutions, of course, the first one will be contributing to the environment by reducing plastics, reducing pollutions, and also supporting the circular economic principle. So basically engaging people to do more, reduce, reuse, and recycle things. The second solution we can give is to empower the community. So if we didn't educate the community about how important recycling is, they wouldn't have the idea on how important this thing is. So they won't do it because they wouldn't do anything that they didn't know. So we have to educate the community about this recycling thing. The third solution, we will make a thing called plastic waste ATM. So about that, I will explain it about it later in the next slide. And the fourth solution, we will place that plastic waste ATM in the most strategic places available. So we started in the most logical place, which is in our university, in Jakarta State University, because people already well aware about the importance of the recycling stuff. So they will probably use it more often than the average community. And after that, if it succeeds, we will expand it to more places like malls or even in near houses or something like that. So we will make it like progressively wider. So let's talk about this ATM plastic waste thing, or plastic waste ATM thing. So this thing is already pretty common in European countries like Germany. There's one in Germany, so it basically works like so people buy water bottles, beverage bottles. So it will cost them £2, but there's like 10 cent deposits. So after they're done with their drink, they can return to the place and give the bottle back to the machine, and they will get that 10 cent deposit. So it kind of works the similar way. So I think this concept should be more well known in Indonesia. So it should be more common here, because first thing first, Indonesia use a lot of plastics, especially like plastic bottles for beverages, and also Indonesia likes a lot of cash bags and stuff. So I think it makes sense to have more of these in Indonesia if it's like well maintained. So how does our machine works? So basically, people will come to our machine and will store their plastic bottle, and the machine will store it, and then we will take the stored plastic bottle in that machine, take it to our factory, and sort it out based on material, size, and or size. Then we basically did some pressing here and there. So then after that, we can give that already processed plastic to another companies that can turn anything recyclable thing to make like a chair or something, or any stuff that can be used again, so it doesn't go to waste. So let's just say you cannot find the machine, the plastic bottle ATM machine, but you still want to do the recycling thing. What you can do is to go to our website at olahplastik.com and basically just place an order. Then we will come to your place and pick up the the plastic waste, especially the bottle one. Then we will bring back to our factory, and we basically did the same thing to the bottles that we also brought back from the ATM machine. Then we did some tweaks here and there. Then we basically the same thing, but you don't have to go to the machine. It's that simple. So here's a brief look to our website. Hold on. This is our website will look like. So this is the home page. Basically, there's our service. So you can see what do we do. There's also our blog. There's frequently asked questions. There's also login page. So we try to make it as clean as possible and also as easy to use as possible to broad community. So it will be more accessible to more people, so they don't have to be more confused about our website. So we try to make it as easy to use as possible. So I will explain to you about our business operationals. Basically, it's the same thing that I told you earlier. So basically, we gather the plastic waste from the ATMs and the pickup order from the websites. Then we sort it based on size, colors, and materials. Then we press it so it gets compact. Then we distribute it to the companies that makes environment friendly stuff. And that's basically it's very simple. So how do we get the partner to do it? So basically, we will do a partnering with recycling industry. We also will put ads on some websites so they can reach out to us, and also we will do some CSR collaboration with other companies, big companies like probably Aqua or maybe Coca-Cola or Gojek or Grab or stuff that support this type of movement. That's basically it. So, what positive impact can we give to the environment with this startup? So, the first impacts that we give to the environment is reducing the amount of plastic waste because we engage people to do more reduce recycling. We also will give some education on how to recycle properly in our websites. So people can easily access if they want to start recycling in our website, so they can easily research. The second impact we can give is to motivating the community about environment friendly behaviors. So basically the communities love cashback and stuff. So if this ATM machine thing is more widely known and people will be encouraged more to do it, and they also will also get benefits from it, so they get basically motivated to do it more and more and more. The third impact that we give is to empower the communities, basically, because we give some education and stuff. We can encourage more people to do recycling, and also we can give more job opportunities to the people that needs job in this field, because we need some stuff in our factory and stuff and our warehouse. And also the last one, we create new economics values from the bottles, because we turn it into something actually valuable and you can use it anytime. So that's all from us. Thank you for your attention. If you're curious, if you have some question, please do contact us in the contact details here. So thank you for your attention and see you next time.